Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So go ahead, you guys. Out there, I'm just gonna be today. Take his ass about the office. The man is a cancer. Dr. Fike, thank you for joining in today. I know I had to get you on here because you know you're my political dude. You got my political man. Yeah, come on with it, my brother. Come on.
It's still uncovered.
No, it's a lot that already uncovered because I didn't go in the heck off. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't go in the hell off. I told Brianna, I said, today, if I move around the outside today, if I encounter a Trump supporter, for your sake, I'm gonna need you not to even look in my direction. Don't look at me. Don't even look like you want to utter the word, the N word, the B word, because I'm kicking your ass on sight. I already made that clear. I'm kicking your ass on sight. I ain't having no argument with you. I'm just have my bail money right on. I had to say. That's all I say. I'm kicking your asses on sight. Don't talk to me. That's all. Dr. Fike, come on this way. I'm coming back. Come on, Dr. Fike.
Well, first, I want to say something that I probably never thought I'd be caught saying publicly. Mitch McConnell gave probably one of the most best speeches I have ever heard in all my life.
He did. Now, I agree with you.
It hurts. It hurts for me to say that.
It's like you never thought you would say Mitch McConnell and actually decent in the same.
I said, is Mitch saying something decent? That's why I had to care. I said, really?
It's painful.
Because I'm just gonna be honest with you. When he took the podium, I was like, oh, here we go. Lord have mercy.
Yep.
But as he started talking, I was like, is he really going to take this route? And he did. And I take my hat off to him because some of his points I disagree with, but the sentiment of what he was saying makes sense. I disagree with the fact that, we have been trying to Democrats have been trying to overturn President Trump's election. No, they haven't been trying to overturn his election over the last 4 years. They've been trying to show that he's a criminal.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
exactly. Difference than what the Republicans did over Obama's election and Clinton's election.
Yep.
The Republicans tried to devalue Obama as an American citizen. They tried to impeach Clinton off of a marital affair that he had, and then bring him up on moral charges, which then did something wrong. He lied under oath, and was impeached by the House as a result of that. But the fact of the matter still remains the same. This president does not want to lose. And what Mitch McConnell said, if we set a precedent for the loser to always have this course of action, and set America back in who we are as a diplomatic nation. We devalue people's right to go to the polls. And because when we are the winner, Clinton stepped aside and let opinions and moved on. But here in this case, they do not want to accept the fact that they lost, and now they are losing in Georgia. And so they got to figure out how to do something to gain control. This is what is a fine definition in this country, real life happening in front of our face. This is history.
Absolutely.
This is history being written in current reality.
Yes.
This is white privilege beyond white privilege.
Yes.
You deserve to be in the White House when you lost. Okay, yes, you got 74 million people to vote for you, but 81 million people voted for your opponent.
That's exactly.
You can't devalue those 81 million people. You can't devalue those votes. Those votes came in and were counted. Now you want to take some matters to discuss that on the Capitol floor due to the Constitution. The Constitution allows you to discuss it, but at the end of the day, it's not your decision to make. Even if they vote to say we're not going to accept votes from these states, it go back to the state. And once it goes back to the state, if the state come back with the same result, it's a done deal.
Right. Yep. Yep. Yes.
How are you sending the American people and representing America to the rest of the world in a chaotic and crazy way? Let's move on. You lost. Kick his, tail out of the White House. This is
Dr. Fight goes there. She want to say.
Look, Dr. Fight, I'll finish it for you. Kick his fat ass out the White House.
Yeah, he gotta go. I'm sitting here watching this.
I don't care when. Bye.
I had an interview a little while ago, and so Brianna was watching it, getting updates on me, and I'm sitting here watching the screen, and I say, have they infiltrated the floor, the Senate House? Have they done so? Yeah, I've never seen anything like it in all my days. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. But here's my next question: if it was a whole bunch of us, Black, brown people, they'd have been stepping over our bodies. They'd have been stepping over our bodies. My question is, why do I see more than bodies y'all stepping over? That's my question.
Well, I'm surprised at a lot.
Oh, somebody got there to say Jesus. Oh.
Somebody got there to have up a Jesus sign.
Oh, gee. Oh,
this day is gonna go down in history.
Yes, it is.
An event that normally takes 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Now, Mr. McConnell even gave statistics. And I'm like, wow, this guy came prepared today. He gave statistics. There have been closer elections than this one. And when you look at probably one of the closest in modern history was the Bush-Gore election. That ended up
exactly. Yep.
They rewrote the Constitution in order to give George Bush Jr. an opportunity to be president.
They sure did. Yep.
Now, instead of them listening to the courts on this matter, they want to rewrite law, and that is not your job. Your job is not to rewrite law. Your job is to ratify the laws that have already been in place. And I think this is why they did not like Obama. He gave them a constitutional lesson, his 8 years of presidency, he could not fight with. And that's where Nancy Pelosi steps in to continue to uphold that standard, because we have a bunch of idiots in Congress who know the Constitution of these United States of America.
That you are correct there. Yep.
Run for an office when you don't even know
how
office is run.
Yes.
That is fundamental to what you're trying to do. And when it's funny to watch Republicans fight Republicans. So when Pence stands up in the joint session and the man comes up and says, how can we argue a point, or how can we object a point when Speaker of the House has made it a mandate, but only so much of us can be in here at that time? And Pence argues back, according to the Constitution. You cannot debate on the floor what the states have already done. Now, that's Constitution.
Yes, it is.
This is in black and white. If you didn't read, we give you enough money for every senator and House of Representative to hire their own staff. So even if you don't read it, hire somebody to read it and give you the Cliff Note version so that you walk into the floor informed. I'm a pastor. And granted, I don't have time enough today to do everything that my church needs in the course of one day. So I have people who do separate things to make sure they run. And then they come back to me, we report once a week, and they give me the Cliff Notes of what's happening. So when I walk into my trustee board meeting, my steward board meeting, my class leader meeting, I got enough information to be able to respond and deal with what we need to deal with. I run a small church, 300 plus members. They were supposed to run a whole entire country. And you can't do this? Like, why are you running for office? I know why. Money. You're only there to make sure that your family is rich and stay rich. You don't care about the American people.
Yes.
And when the American people speak, now you want to tell us to shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. That is not how this country is supposed to work. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But this right here is something.
You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. So when you were watching the Georgia race, what were you thinking? And watching the whole Georgia race, did you expect to see the Democrats come with the 2 seats, or did you expect one or none? What were you thinking?
I was thinking they was gonna come with both, and this is exactly what I said to my wife just last night. I said, this is the thing that we got to understand. Ossoff lost the general election race, and he got enough votes, or garnered enough votes, to trigger a runoff. This runoff was best beneficial in his favor because technically Warnock won the night of election, but he did not get up to 50%. So now what was going to happen is, if you look at the ballots from the general election, if you count all of the Democratic votes and then plus everybody else, the Democrats won Warnock's election. So once you take all them votes and just give them to Warnock, he don't have much work to do. So Ossoff benefits with running a race on the same day as another black man who's going to win his race anyway. He's going to win because he wasn't going to lose. Now, the only thing that concerned me was black folk don't vote in special elections. We don't vote in midterms. We don't vote in primaries. So now, hats off to Stacey Abrams and her coalition, who got together and galvanized black folk once again to show up in those 7 counties that are pivotal to the Democrats in the state of Georgia: Cobb County, DeKalb County, Fulton County, all them counties right there in the Georgia, Atlanta metro area, right? They show that is the largest. They got more Democratic voters than the rest of the entire state combined. And so when they show up to vote, they carry the entire state. And that is what happened. And when you look at their opponents, when you look at Perdue and whatever her name is, Leitner,
what is that heifer's name? Loeffler?
Something like that.
Yeah.
When you look at them two, she did not get the votes that Perdue got. She came in under Perdue to the tune of roughly 20,000 votes of what I last saw. And so something happened in Republicans. Now that's the storyline for me. Something happened in Republican Party that said, we'll vote for him, but we won't vote for her. So Warnock won on the night. They already projected, but Ossoff was so close is because Perdue picked up 20 more thousand votes. Even though Ossoff is winning by a slim margin, I think by less than 10,000 votes, he most likely is going to tune, because I don't think there's enough votes for Perdue to make up the difference. And I don't know if the Associated Press, NPR, I think NBC has already called that one, but I don't think all of the networks have called Ossoff yet. But it's a forewritten conclusion at this point. And now we find ourselves being able to work cohesively together, because if everybody votes on party lines, basically the Republicans are saying, well, if we vote the party lines, it's going to come down to Kamala to make the final vote, which now it behooves the Republicans to work with the Democrats so that doesn't happen. You don't want to be slapped in the face every single turn and every single time, because it doesn't help you.